Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you. Steffi worries about Poppy and Lee's rift, which causes Finn to panic. Steffi Forrester talked to Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes about Lee Finnegan constantly being so rough on Poppy Nozawa. Since Lee allowed Poppy to stay with her while John Finnegan was a college student, Taylor assumed the sisters must have once been friendly. Steffi had a sneaking suspicion that something occurred around that time that caused Poppy and Lee to grow apart. Even if Lee and Jack Finnegan couldn't find their way back to one another romantically, Taylor was hopeful about a healthy route forward for their family. After the paternity test put Lee's anger toward Poppy to rest, Jack at Il Giardino didn't see any cause for concern. Although Poppy appeared uneasy, Jack gushed over her and implied that she had been a great assistance to Finn during their time together. After Poppy pointed out that Finn was independent and a college student, Jack finally admitted that Finn wasn't a boy. That said, Jack respected the way Poppy had been there for Finn so totally. Talk ultimately moved to Luna Nozawa's biological father, so Jack pushed for information and convinced Poppy she could trust him. Even though Poppy was still evasive, Jack assured her that she could confide in him whenever she felt the need. At the hospital, Lee couldn't help but think that Finn must think she was terrible for harboring all this grudge and holding Poppy responsible for something she hadn't done. Finn reassured Lee, but he wished she'd told him about her worries sooner so he could have shut them down. Lee admitted that the family had always welcomed adopted Finn, but that Poppy had an extra unique bond with him. Lee felt terrible about interfering with Finn's relationships with Poppy and Luna. Lee once again regretted accusing Poppy of betraying her with a man she loved in her own house. Now Lee understood she should have been grateful to Poppy for stepping up with Finn when she was so busy with work. The topic of Luna's paternity testing came back around, so Finn suggested maybe Tom Starr's liver generated a false negative. Although Finn talked about running it again, Lee insisted the result was conclusive. Once Finn was alone, he looked uncomfortable as he puzzled over Luna's paternity and all the father candidates who were disproven. Finn couldn't stop thinking about Lee's query of who Luna's father truly was. It sounded like Finn was looking back and getting increasingly convinced that Luna might be his daughter. At the Spencer Mansion on B&B episode, Luna remembered back to grilling Poppy about her father and got a freaked-out answer. After Luna remembered questioning if it was some buried family secret, she was once again left wondering about her dad's identity. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that Luna and Finn are in for a shock, so we'll bring you more predictions on the next part of this narrative and updates on the jaw-dropping news to come. The bold and the beautiful update and spoilers. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that a lot has been going on in this fictional town of Los Angeles this week. Luckily, we've got a quick rundown of the spoilers for a mid-week catch-up for those who need it. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Things have surely been getting weird in this imaginary municipality of Los Angeles. Finn's daddy suspicions have surely deepened while Steffi got the surprise of her life. We've also learned that Sheila's granddaughter looks to be the key to all of the things that we need to know since Luna's paternity changes everything. Also, there's a lot of the bold and the beautiful conjecture that Luna will have a new home soon as she will go live with her new father Finn and his wife, Steffi Forrester. But she is going to turn into the stepmom from hell. If that weren't enough, Steffi is also going to be feeling pretty irritated with Poppy as there is going to be a battle between the two ladies that no one has witnessed before. Also, Finn is going to seek answers from Poppy about their hot past. Did they actually hook up, and how come Finn can't remember any of it? Luna is certainly going to be feeling as confused as ever, but she also has a secret plot in action. What's next on the bold and the beautiful? Lastly, Steffi is going to suspect the reason for Poppy and Lee's quarrel as Finn is going to go into pure panic mode. Let's just say that the action is going to leave everyone at the edge of their seats. You won't want to miss any of this. Of course, the bold and the beautiful fans will have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen next. Heating up bold and beautiful Sean Cannon and Kimberlyn Brown tease Shekin's upcoming story. Sheila and Deacon haven't had a whole lot to do on bold and beautiful lately, but all that is about to change according to a big tease by their portrayers, Kimberlyn Brown and Sean Cannon. A recent prospective storyline involving Sheila and Remy was shelved, and neither she nor Deacon have had much going on since the double murder that took place in his restaurant, murdering two of his best pals. While Il Giardino has rebounded since the catastrophe, the characters have been left on the back burner. But it sounds as though the flame is about to be turned up to high for this combination. Earlier this week, we watched Sheila make another of her usual pitches in hopes of connecting with her son Finn. This time around it was his father Jack she was appealing, and as one might assume, her appeals fell on deaf ears. Jack displayed nothing but disgust for the murderess he knocked up all those years ago and then coerced into giving up her son, so the boy could be raised by his wife Lee. Sheila's been like a hound with a bone when it comes to Finn, and her desire for a connection to her son may finally be about to come to fruition, although not in a way she ever expected. In a recent Instagram Live, Brown and Cannon got together to let followers know about his upcoming book signing on February 8 at Barnes & Noble in Palm Desert, California at 2 p.m. The actor/author will be present in person, together with his co-star and his wife, to sign copies of his new book Way of the Cobra Couples. It was during this live that the twosome divulged on what is coming up for their bold and beautiful characters, and let's just say their fans will be happy. While they couldn't reveal details, Brown and Cannon assured that things will be heating up between Sheila and Deacon in the very near future. They then went on to vow, it's going to get very interesting very fast. Many viewers will already have anticipated exactly what's coming. On the heels of Lee's paternity test on Jack, which confirmed that he is not the father of Luna, there's been heavy-duty foreshadowing that none other than Finn will in fact come out to be Poppy's baby daddy. Of course, that could all be a red herring, but that's where the tale seems to be headed. What does that have to do with Sheila and Deacon? Well, tons, actually. If Finn turns out to be Luna's father, that means Sheila is her grandmother. And if nothing else, that would certainly explain the young woman's penchant for murder. That apart, there would be innumerable consequences, not to mention challenges from such a reveal. First of all, any attempt on Finn's behalf to embrace his daughter is sure to produce a split with his wife, who was drugged and held hostage by Luna, who was perfectly pleased to let Steffi die in a cage inside of a building planned for demolition. Any sign of difficulty in Shin's utopia would be a godsend to Sheila, who blames Steffi for keeping her from her son and grandchild. It goes without saying that she might strive to take advantage and get her foot in the door with Finn. Sheila, of course, would want to warm up to her new grandchild as well. As we well know, Sheila's need for a family to love is practically insatiable. Except, any plan to embrace Luna is obviously not going to go over well with her husband, who won't want anything to do with the young woman who murdered his two best buddies. Talk about marital turmoil. Cannon and Brown's tease fits with this situation, but of course, we'll have to tune in to find out what actually goes down with Luna's paternity and Shekin's explosive forthcoming narrative. Luna recently revealed her falsehoods on The Bold and the Beautiful. On The Bold and the Beautiful this week, the issue on everyone's mind is who is Luna's father, but no one is wondering about it more than Luna herself and about her prior interactions with her mother. But Luna did something this week that points to what we've been wondering all along. Luna is lying. Luna's childhood recollections on The Bold and the Beautiful. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna has been telling Bill that the reason she killed Tom was because, after the upbringing she received, she just couldn't believe that a washed-up rock star was her father. Luna wanted Bill to be her dad instead, so she changed the DNA test in her favor and knocked Tom off. But Luna still believes that Tom is her biological father and is still grappling with it. While recalling to herself about chats with her mom concerning her paternity, Luna remembered some facts that stood out. Today in a flashback, when Luna was imploring her mom to divulge her paternity, she inquired if it was embarrassing or if her dad's identity was a dirty secret. Poppy said she told her the same thing every time. She was her only mom and had tried to be everything that Luna needed growing up. Poppy explicitly emphasized that Luna was always safe and secure and loved beyond measure, adding that Luna was the reason for every decision she had ever made since finding out she was pregnant. While such were Poppy's memories of the last couple of decades, one could argue that Luna definitely remembers her upbringing with Poppy considerably differently. Except, she didn't. Instead, Luna agreed with Poppy's depiction and stated, "I couldn't have asked for a better childhood." If that's the case, then what is she talking about with Bill? Is Bill being played on the bold and the beautiful? Luna pled to Bill's empathy to help get her freed from prison, so she could serve her time in his mansion with an ankle bracelet instead. She pushed him to understand that being a double killer wasn't who she was, she just had to kill people because she had a rough life. The way Luna portrayed her younger years to Bill was a horrible recall of memories of a mother on drugs with a revolving door of men and, more than anything, tremendous instability. Bill identified to Luna's struggle but remarked that he had just made different decisions and had other chances than Luna did. So he got Luna out and brought her home, but as far as everyone in Bill's life thinks, Luna is still in prison, appropriately serving her sentence. Since no one knows where she is, no one can challenge the tale Luna told Bill. Is Bill in imminent danger? Or will Luna's narrative matter any more the deeper he gets involved with her? Maybe by the time Bill realizes he was tricked, she'll be involved with Will. Let us know in the comments where you believe this is headed. Finn learns more than he ever wanted to know. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal a lot more about Finn's life than Steffi can wrap her brain around. Perhaps John Finnegan just can't do math. When Lee Finnegan brought up the mystery of Luna Nozawa's father, his brain finally started to ponder. When was Luna born? When was she conceived? If Lee felt it was the summer that Poppy Nozawa lived with the Finnegans, this could imply something to Finn. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Finn Finnegan gets an earful. The look on Finn's face when Lee brought up the Luna paternity puzzle might have said it all. Now, Lee confronts Poppy and wants her to tell him more about that summer. Are there anything he does not remember? Do drugs have anything to do with it? Must read. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Unstable hope runs back to Liam. Finn is about to hear a narrative he never dreamed could be true. Did he shut things out from that summer? How old was he anyway? Last year we learnt it was while he was in college, but now it looks that Poppy was taking care of Finn. How much care does a college student actually require considering they are supposed to be independent? Why would Poppy be helping a college student with their homework? Are we about to get the answers to all of these questions? B&B spoilers. More bonding for Bill Spencer and Luna Nozawa. Meanwhile, Luna is holed up on house arrest at Bill Spencer's mansion. She is now sure that Tom Starr is not her father and is determined to uncover who is. However, she is going to need Bill to aid her. She can't leave the house or do much, so Bill is her lifeline. The youthful serial killer and senior philanderer spend more time bonding as Bill's family grows increasingly anxious. What has gotten into him lately, and is there something they should be assisting him with? Is this like the time he feigned to care about Sheila Carter, except this time it's real? While Bill and Luna debate parents and parenting, a strange bond begins to form. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna finds a new home with Finn and Steffi. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Bill Spencer may be playing the hero for Luna Nozawa right now. However, it seems like John Finnegan could be the actual hero in the end. However, Luna is under house arrest in the Spencer mansion and seems quite comfortable. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa had wanted to know her dad for years. The bold and the beautiful spoilers state that Luna had urged her mother to uncover her father's identity for years. Unfortunately, Poppy has refused to reveal that information and still does. It seems that Lee Finnegan is keen to figure out who Luna's father is, and she may be startled when she finds out the truth. Poppy Nozawa has been tight-lipped regarding Luna's paternity. Poppy assumed that she was enough for her daughter and refused to tell her the truth. Little does anyone realize that Jack Finnegan wasn't the member of Lee's family that she should have been worried about fathering Luna. It looks that Finn is the most likely candidate. B&B spoilers. John Finnegan needs answers. The writers seem to be giving out enormous signals that Finn is Luna's father. Finn knew that nothing was going on with Poppy and Jack. However, Finn looks increasingly disturbed every time Luna's paternity is discussed. The more people who are eliminated, the more frightened Finn seems to get. How many more candidates could there be? Finn will phone Poppy and ask her to meet him. Finn says they need to chat and she understands what it is about. So far the only thing we know is that Poppy and Finn used to do her happy dance when he was stressed out. Of course, that may be related with her medicines, but is there more to the story? Did Poppy and Finn get carried away and end up sleeping together as well? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Luna Nozawa's paternity ends. Shin Steffi Forrester isn't about to be on board with Luna moving into her house. Luna previously tried to kill her, and she isn't about to jeopardize her children's life. Steffi would be outraged to find that Finn slept with his adoptive aunt. She absolutely would not accept a child that Finn fathered with her. Finn will undoubtedly want to attempt to help his daughter and get her back on the right road. It isn't Finn's fault that he never knew that Luna was his daughter. Finn hasn't been able to do anything to help Luna over the years because of the conflicts between Lee and Poppy. Will Finn finally get to be a parent to his daughter and get her back on the right track? The Bold and the Beautiful. How things got heated backstage. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp is no stranger to getting passionate, but we haven't seen him flare up Poppy. Backstage this morning though, their performers became hot when Sean Cannon shocked the cast and crew. The Bold and the Beautiful. Sean spices up backstage. Sean Cannon surprised the cast and crew of The Bold and the Beautiful today by setting up a kiosk with samples of his new range of bad boy hot sauces to greet them as they entered backstage. On Instagram, Sean Cannon reposted when Danny Delgado, one of the talented makeup artists on the set of B&B, recounted how she got ass-kickin' surprise in The Bold and the Beautiful makeup room this morning to the tune of Michael Jackson's Bad Single. When Romy Park wandered into hair and makeup with a bowl of Lucky Charms in her hand, she put that breakfast aside when she saw the hot sauces. Sean introduced her to his fiery products, starting with Cobra Venom, which features the reputedly hottest in the books Carolina Reaper peppers. Romy was a terrific sport and claimed the Cobra Venom hot sauce was spicy yet tasty. But keep in mind, the Cobra Venom has an 11 out of 10 for heat levels, which makes Romy's reaction astounding. Next up came the Mango Madness spicy sauce, which earns an 8 out of 10 for heat levels. Romy was quite thrilled with this one and claimed it was her best thus far. Voices could be heard asking inquiries, and Sean was on hand to give his expert advice. Karate's bad boy himself revealed what made each one special. Last for Romy to test was the Red Pepper Punch, the lowest by heat level standards of the 3 bad boy hot sauces available, but again, wonderful. After her trial by fire, Romy claimed that the Mango Madness was her favorite, and the Cobra Venom was so spicy that you needed to be prepared for that, but it's so good. So there we have it, taste tested and approved by Romy herself. Finn began to act rather suspicious? Does Finn have a reason to panic? What happened today on The Bold and the Beautiful? Lee grabbed onto Finn as she realized she may never know who Luna's father is. She trauma dumped on Finn and expressed all her regrets. She treated those she loved brutally because of her baseless accusations, and she damaged relationships. Oh, if only she could travel back in time. The issue still remained though, who is Luna's father? Finn looked a tad bit suspicious. He advised I do the DNA test on Tom again. Lee wasn't about to do all that. Their chat was interrupted as Lee raced off to see a patient, leaving Finn to reflect on all Lee has said and what it all means. The truth needs to come out. Meanwhile, Jack and Poppy secured a table at Il Giardino and started to talk things through. They admitted to not being saints, but they didn't go down that road. Jack apologized to Poppy for not protecting her back then, or even recently. Lee's covert resentment shattered their sisterly closeness. Poppy understood though. It isn't like she doesn't have a dubious past. Then, Jack addressed the crucial question, who is Luna's father? As for Luna, she was staring into a mirror, chatting to herself, and worrying about her dad. It simply could not be Tom Starr. She didn't want to believe it, and she didn't realize she didn't have to. Tom Starr is not her father. Luna looked back on all the time she demanded the truth and how much Poppy used to stress out when she asked questions about her dad. Wishful thinking all the while, Steffi remained at the estate, continuing to marvel at her parents' reunion, and the split between Jack and Lee. Taylor recommended she work her matchmaker magic. Steffi was sure that was more than she could do. There was just too much enmity between Finn's parents. But oh, how she wished her husband could experience the same type of happiness. She is now that Ridge and Taylor are together. Taylor informed Steffi that Finn's delight doesn't come from his parents, but from his own family. Would it be nice? Sure. But Finn's life is Steffi and the kids now. He's not wishing for his parents to get back together. He has all the happiness and affection he needs right in his own home. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.